already met. Ann Cassidy attended Union College 4.5 years and ended up graduating cum laude with a bachelor's degree in social work. Since then, life has taken her in many different directions, from serving residents at Legacy Estates to quizzing third graders on their flashcards. When she's not volunteering at her church or taking classes at NTC, she loves to read, write, bake, sing, paint, and spend time with her family. This past November, she was invited by the head of the Physician Assistant Department at Union College to discuss how healthcare workers can better help autistic women who want to become mothers. In the future, she hopes to help the city of Lincoln learn more about autism while helping autistic people of all ages find their voices and share their stories. And I'm sure you've got a lot of time on your hands. Please give a warm welcome to Ann Cassidy.
Thank you, Greg. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ann Cassidy. I'm 24 years old. Like Greg said, when I'm not helping out with my church's Catechesis of the Good Shepherd program or taking classes, I like to spend my time writing, mostly fan fiction. I know some of you may not be familiar with that term, so I suggest you look it up, because I don't want to waste your time trying to explain it. I'm sorry that sounded kind of condescending. What I meant is, we're starting to run out of time, and I don't want to keep you guys here too long. Anyways, I know some of you may not, oh, I already said that, excuse me. I also like to make watercolor greeting cards, and I'm even thinking about opening my own Etsy store so I can share my work with more consumers. As you know, the theme of this year's Winterfeast is "The Climb Continues." When I hear this phrase, one specific quote from one of my favorite Tony Award-winning actors, Andre DeShields, comes to my mind. Quote, 1. Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. 2. Slowly is the fastest way to get to where you're going. 3. The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing. The way I see it, decades are kind of like mountains because the end of one marks the beginning of the next. The same applies to my life and the lives of many other students here at NTC, but I can only speak for myself, so that's what I'm going to do. See, when I was 3 years old, my parents and I found out I was autistic. After several years of different therapies, I was able to learn how to properly interact with other kids my age and navigate the world around me. But after I reached the top of this mountain, another one came my way once I started school. From mean kids to overwhelming loneliness to teachers who just didn't understand, I faced my share of obstacles in grade school and high school. With the love and support of my parents, along with a few other helpful adults, I was able to navigate these challenges. As I got older, I learned more about my autism, and I met some other autistic people like me. It soon became a part of myself, and I can't picture myself any other way. Eventually, I went off to college and graduated cum laude with a bachelor's degree in social work. Go ahead. Yes, it was quite an accomplishment, but little did I know there would be another mountain waiting for me once I reached the top of that one. After I finished school, I realized I didn't know where to go from there. Although I had gotten straight A's in my social work classes, I didn't know how to put what I'd learned into practice. Not helping was the fact that my practicum, which is kind of like an internship, was during the fall of 2020, when most places were shut down due to COVID-19. So I didn't have any opportunities to practice talking to clients or observe how the professionals do it. It seemed like everyone else was moving on and I was still standing still. It made me feel like a failure who had wasted her parents' money and was still leeching off their resources. With no other options, I ended up returning to my parents' house, desperately searching for options. The more I researched, the more I realized how few resources there are for individuals with disabilities, for individuals with quote-unquote invisible disabilities like me, at least in Lincoln. Most of the ones I did manage to find were for children with disabilities and or their parents. Then, one day, my mom came across a webpage for the Nebraska Transition College. I was hesitant at first, but I eventually decided to sign up for what would soon become one of many NTC Connections sessions. Since that day, I've signed up for multiple classes, including Money Matters 1, Job Seeking and Keeping, and Self-Advocacy. These classes have taught me skills which have made navigating my adulthood a little bit easier. I've also met plenty of nice students and wonderful teachers who have gone out of their way to help us understand the material and to be a listening ear. It's true, I've had to face my share of mountains. Heck, I don't even know if I'm halfway up this one yet. But I know that the staff at NTC, as well as my wonderful family, are there to help me get closer to the top each day. I just have to be patient with myself, even when it isn't easy. My main goal in life is to help other autistic people come to accept their neurodivergence and learn how to cope with the unique challenges it brings to them. I also want to help people in Nebraska better understand not only the challenges autistic people face, but the unique talents and skills they can bring to the table. This is a great place to start, and I know I couldn't have done it without all of you. Thanks to your generous donations, the people at NTC have been able to help students like me find jobs and learn other essential life skills that will help them transition into adulthood and towards independent living. We have also been able to make some progress toward getting the residential pilot program up and running. I have no doubt that we can reach the top of this mountain with all of you around to help give us a boost as we keep climbing. And now I will leave you with the words of my idol, Rosie the Riveter. We can do it. Thank you.
I know the person.